Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of Tech Try While Your Nails Dry. Currently my nails are in really rough condition. I don't know if you can see that they're really chippy and gross, and so I am going to be painting my nails a fresh coat of paint while we do a little technology try. So the goal of my tutorials is to keep them short enough that my nails are not even dry by the time we're done. So what we're going to look at today is some advanced searching features within Google Drive that you may not have even known are there, that really make my life easier if I can't find something. I've never not been able to find something, even though I have thousands of files in my drive and I work with a lot of different people. And I've just used some really simple search tips that are kind of hidden. So we're going to look at those. So first though, I want to show you my objectives while I paint my nails. Hello! Okay, so my nails have been painted. They're still wet, so I'm going to do my best not to smudge them. I am in my drive right now, and this is actually a new drive I've set up, so there's not a ton in here. But think about your own drive. In your own drive, along with all the documents that you've created or that you've uploaded, you probably have a lot of documents that someone else that you work with or your students have shared with you, or that you've collected through Google Classroom or whatever. You have lots of files, and so some people get really hung up on being really organized, which is fine, but I wanted to show you today some different ways to search around your drive that's going to make it a little bit easier. So this is my drive, and so there's not a whole lot happening here, but let's take a look at these left-hand tool menus that you have to look for things. So first off, just my drive is your drive. It's anything that you've put in your drive. It's organized by alpha. Your folders will be on top, followed by your individual files. So if you know the name of something and you know it's yours and you know where you put it, that's great. Get into your drive, click on the folder, click on the file, and you're in. If you have things that have been shared with you through someone else and you don't know what it's called or anything like that, but you know that it was just recently shared with you, you can click on Share with Me. The files that have been most recently shared with you will be on the top, so it's in a chronological order. So that means that if someone shared something with you a month ago, it may not be as easy to find as if someone's just shared it with you within the hour. Your Recent button is great because it'll pull up the last thing that you were in, followed by the second last, and so on and so forth, again in chronological order. So if you can't remember who shared it with you or what it's called or where you put it, but you know you worked on it yesterday, it's pretty easy to find those recent files. I go to that frequently because the things that I use the most are always floating near the top there. You also, skipping down to your starred items, this acts as your favorites within your drive. So you can right click on any item and you can say add star, and if you do so, it'll show up in your starred area. You can also go into your starred area and right click on any item and say unstar, or you could right click on any item within your drive or whatnot and say unstar. So you can star the things that you know, like these are the 10 things that I always go to on a regular basis or that are really important. You can definitely use that. But even more so, you've got this search bar at the top, and this is a custom search bar just for your drive. So it's not going to search through the whole world of sites and anything. It's just your stuff in your drive or that's been shared with you. And so if you can type in here anything that shows up in the title or the text or even the owner, and it will show up in the search results. So you can get into even more advanced searching by either clicking more search tools or using this little drop down caret. And so sometimes I'm just looking for a specific type of something. So I can narrow it down to just forms. I know I named it. I know I worked on it sometime. I just can't remember what, where, when, how, but I know it's a form. If I click on a form when I hit the search button, I'm only going to see the form, and that really helps to focus my search. You also have the owner, so maybe it's something that is owned by you, and then maybe it's something that's not owned by you, or maybe you know it came from a specific somebody. You could type in their account. If you have a directory, it'll auto-generate your directory names, and you could just search for that one person. So that comes in handy if you know it came from someone who always works on a certain project. You could probably start by looking for something that came specifically from them. You could also, narrow it by in trash and starred. When was it modified last? Well, maybe it was something that was within these windows. And the other time I do this is sometimes I'll go to custom. I know it's something that I use always this time of year, right? It's always something I use for a certain season or a certain project that always occurs around the same time. I'll just open up the custom button and type in a custom calendar section from the previous year, and that really has helped me find some things. And then of course you've got the name, right? If you can remember anything that was in the name, or it contains the words and you knew it had the word frog in there somewhere, you could type that in there. Who you shared it with, and then also if you had any follow-up actions with it. So 2 types of follow-up actions that are available in Google Drive with Google Docs. Suggestions, right? So if you had put on suggesting mode in any document that you're in, it would come up here. So maybe you're looking for documents that you had some work left to do on, there were some suggestions made, you could search by suggestions only, or you could look by action items. And I covered action items in episode 2 of Try Nails Dry. But if you've assigned things to yourself and you're looking for what are all my to-dos, you could search by action items only and hit that blue search button, and it's going to pull up just things that you had assigned or someone assigned to you to do. So that's kind of nice. So those are the more advanced search features within Drive, and I can tell you I work with a lot of different files. And I've never not been able to find something through any of those tricks. So, work the different tools that you have there. And if you want to get organized, do your color-coded folders. But by all means, if you're messy like I am, don't worry about it. You can just rock the search. Okay, have a great day, and I hope you can find all your files.